welcome viewers. You're watching a Newsx Deep Dive with me, Kriti Mehta, and we begin today not with politics but with a city underwater. Because while Mumbaikars were still sleeping last night, the monsoon arrived, and it arrived without warning, without giving the city any room to breathe. The southwest monsoon made its formal entry into Mumbai on Tuesday, June 23, 13 days after its normal onset date of June 11, making this the third most delayed monsoon arrival in India in Mumbai since 1951. But what nature held back for nearly 2 weeks, it unleashed in a single night. By Wednesday morning, the city was submerged. Parts of Mumbai received more than 200 millimeters of rainfall in the 24 hours ending at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. The city recorded an average of 195 millimeters. The western suburbs received 208 millimeters and the eastern suburbs 167 millimeters. To put that in perspective, the city received nearly half of average rainfall in a single night. The first casualty of the overnight deluge was not human life but movement itself. Water accumulated at the Andheri subway, Hind Mata, King Circle and the Everard Nagar subway, disrupting traffic across the city. A rickshaw driver's vehicle became stuck in the center of the flooded Andheri underpass. Two BMC officers waded in and pulled him out. The subway was subsequently shut down for vehicular movement. The officer on the spot told, "We have not been able to find a temporary solution for this severe waterlogging. Our officers keep standing here to ensure vehicles don't pass through." For the millions who depend on Mumbai's lifeline, the local train network Wednesday morning was a nightmare. Soil erosion from the overnight rain caused a track collapse between Turbhe and Koparkhairan, suspending the Central Railway's Trans-Harbour line. 24 trains were cancelled, with speed restrictions continuing between Turbhe and Vashi even after partial resumption. But here is the part of this story that deserves closer scrutiny. Because while nature is unpredictable, the question tonight is, was there enough warning and was the city prepared? The IMD issued a red alert for Mumbai and Palghar at 4 a.m. on Wednesday, valid for 3 hours, warning of thunderstorms, lightning, intense to very intense rainfall and winds of 40 to 60 km per hour. That alert came in the early hours of Wednesday morning, meaning the overnight rainfall that caused most of the waterlogging had already fallen by the time the highest warning was issued. It was subsequently downgraded to an orange alert at 7 a.m. Just days ago, SkyMet said Mumbai was unlikely to see the classic onset deluge associated with 3-digit rainfall totals. Instead, rain was expected to stay moderate with a few isolated intense spells. What got was nearly 208 millimeters in 24 hours, well into extremely heavy territory. This is not the first time IMD has underestimated a monsoon onset surge in Mumbai. An analysis of IMD's reports across the last 5 years found that almost every year, the monsoon's onset across the country has been fractured or delayed, and when it actually arrives eventually, it often does so in concentrated bursts that overwhelms urban infrastructure. City after city has been caught off guard by the same pattern. And yet, just days ago, Mumbai was in the grip of an entirely different crisis. June 2026 had proven to be one of the driest Junes for Mumbai in over a decade, with the state of Maharashtra recording about 75% lower rainfall than average in the first half of the month. The city's 7 reservoirs fall saw a fall to nearly 10% of their storage capacity, leaving only a few weeks of water supply if rains fail to arrive in time. The BMC imposed citywide water cuts, suspended supply to construction sites and swimming pools, and launched water conservation drives. Within the same fortnight, Mumbaikars went from fetching water in buckets to wading through waist-deep waters. That is the brutal paradox of climate uncertainty in an Indian megacity. So what can be done? For Mumbai, the answers are not new. They have been repeated after every flood season for 20 years. Better drainage infrastructure, real-time nowcasting and hyperlocal alerts. Earlier closure of subways, improved railway coordination protocols during monsoon onset, and critically earlier issuing of red alerts hours before the rain hits, not after. The city is already underwater. As scientists warn, climate change is altering India's rainfall patterns. Cities increasingly experience devastating floods during one part of the year and severe water shortages during the other. Mumbai itself illustrates this contradiction perfectly. The monsoon is here. The question is whether Mumbai, its civic bodies, its railway network and its early warning systems can keep up with it. Because if today is any indication, the answer is not yet. Joining me now is IMD expert Dr. Sushil Dwivedi. Thank you very much for joining us in this discussion. Firstly, a big question that comes to our minds for a meteorologist is, why was there a delay in the issuing of the alert?
As we are living in the highly unexpected world that is full of the unexpectedness of the climate, and due to the climatic condition, nowadays everything is unexpected, and as far as the environmental conditions are concerned, so the extremely heavy rainfall, primarily due to the geographic location along the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghat mountain range. So we can say that Mumbai extreme rainfall is significantly driven and intensified by the climate change. And there are the several regions, like the one of the region is the Western Ghat, that is orographic rainfall. So as the Mumbai city sits on the windfall side of the Western Ghat, so when the moisture laden winds from the Arabian Sea moves island, they are restricted by the high mountain range and focused to rise. This rapid ascent causes the air to cool and heavily condensed. This is the one of the region. And another region is the Arabian Sea, that is the branch of the monsoon. So the city has perfectly in the path of the southwest monsoon, currently originating in the Arabian Sea. So likewise, the coastal geography or intense interaction of the weather system, as well as there are the increased moisture due to the warming sea due to the climate change, as well as the shifting monsoon pattern, that is the short intensive burst. There are some more regions like the frequent marine hurricane and multi-weather system, as well as the compound flood threat, that is the sea level rising day by day and year by year. And as we people are seeing that there is the urbanization or amplifying the situation, that is the while as the population is increasing, so while the climatic change increases the volume of the water falling from the sky. Rapid and unplanned urbanization worsen the catastrophic problems. The destruction of the mangrove, that we all know that one of most part of the Mumbai is, especially the Navi Mumbai, is situated on the mangroves. So there is the destruction of the mangrove as well as mud flat and the
Right.
natural wetland. So these all are creating havoc to the Mumbai every year.
Okay.
And due to the climatic condition, we people are facing such type of the problem. And
Right.
IMD is helpless because in the era of the climate change, nothing can be predicted.
Dr. Dwivedi, thank you very much for joining us for this brief exchange. And viewers, with that, we take a very quick break. We'll be back with another episode of Deep Dive.